you for better or for worse. What's in the Ghana Mama? What can we say that Baba? One leg my Baba sweetheart. One leg my Baba. Mama, take for Banawatu. For Banawatu, now one my sweetheart. One my first baby. That was like my sweetheart. You be president, you be commander, you be minister, you be show boy, I be not gigolo, no pizza woman, don't sherry, carasabwa, don't sherry, carasabwa, and I'm a bit of back, and I'm a slap of back, and I'm a bit of back, and I'm a slap of back, sherry, carasabwa, sherry, carasabwa, touche-moi, chérie. Touche-moi, chérie, je suis ton amour, ne me bite pas, je suis ton amour, ne me slappe pas. Wallang mama na tangi bona inteng si woliza. Où est le cancer? Mais quel est ce nom? Je vais check up bébé. Aba, sika. Ma sœur Roy mama, elle est là avec bébé Diamond Nash. Où est les danseuses? Sika. Mon frère Don M avec sa dame Badinache. Est-ce que ça va? Hey, où est les danseuses? Mon frère Dieu Lamborghini. Est-ce que ça va? Sika. Est-ce que ça va mon frère? Pour les facteurs. I say make you know be your woman, my brother. I say make you know be your master, my sister. Chuba. Chuba. When I think say na only about to give the people man. Domestic violence. Yes. Say no to domestic violence. That is Mama Atalaku, the girl. Welcome to everyone on board. Please share the video and be ready to comment. Please share the video so we can get more people coming in. Share the video. This morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are, I want us to talk about some salient issues. You know, I was not able to come earlier than now because of some unforeseen circumstances, and I'm sorry I was not there Friday. I asked for your permission. Today I want us to talk about living in harmony. Not just living in harmony, living a fulfilled life. How do we relate with each other? And how can we be appreciative? This topic has been motivated by the fact that we have been doing some series on how getting married to people who have children, and how those who have children with people's husbands or wives should behave. And we've had so many questions that have come up. We've tried to answer some. The last key question that came up was that if the baby mama, there were two questions. The first one is, what if the baby mama is doing everything to come in and live in your home, to come back to the man? The second question was, is it normal for you to give a room in your home for your baby mama to come and stay? Or for, hey, hi, Tekle, welcome, my dear. Please share the video. The second question was, is it normal for you to give space in your home for your baby mama or daddy to constantly visit and pass a night? To that one, I said no. If he is visiting or she is visiting, they visit within the day and go back, because The human body has lots of ways that temptation can come through. Now, for the one that, what if somebody is struggling to come in, if your baby mama or baby father is struggling to get back their position? The only answer I can give there is that when somebody, if you have delivered a child with a man, and then the man has gotten married to a different person, and then one day you want to go back to that man, you must be having a problem. There must be a problem with you, because if the man loved you, he would have gotten married to you. He would never have gone to get married to a different person. Welcome, my brother Gava Emmanuel. Please, and Kevin Kimbi, share the video for me. Share the video on your page so that people can come in and watch with us and also share their opinions. If the man loved you, the man will get married to you. I see you, Anne-Marie. Welcome. If the man loved you, he will get married to you. Or if the woman loved you, you would have been married to him, to her. So if that anybody who is a baby mama or a baby father who is not married to a woman and is struggling, or to a man is struggling to get back there, that is a troublemaker. That is somebody who, because you are struggling to get back, why did you struggle to get back before that person got married? If the person is married and you're struggling to get back, it means that you are a troublemaker and you have no good plans for these people. The only thing you want for this family is to separate them, and God is not happy with that. That means that you are bringing big problems. Yes, my dear, that is a big problem. This is a key question that was asked, and I want us, anybody who has an idea can come in with that. Hey, welcome, my beautiful Beatrice. Share the video on your page, please, and comment. If you are not married to a man, but you have a child with that man or a woman, you must, as I said last time, define your boundaries. Please define your boundaries so that you don't go out of hand trying to maybe satisfy your child that you have with that person, or your evil intentions. You who is married to the man and the man who is married to another woman, please don't allow the outsider to come and spoil your marriage, because after all, if you loved that outsider, you should have gotten married to. If you loved that outsider, you shouldn't have gotten married to another person. I started our discussion today with a song by Mama Atalaku, Domestic Violence. And that song is talking about, it said, "Never slap a pa, never beat a pa," that whatever I do, don't beat me, don't slap me. I am not a child, I'm your wife. Many families are living in agony today. There are some slaps. Some families have turned their homes into punching rings because of these issues of baby mamas and baby daddies. And the only thing I am calling on everyone is, please, can we allow people who get married to enjoy their marriage? Can we allow people who get married to stay united together? So that those of us who were not opportune to get married to that person, we can either learn from them, or we can either learn from them, or we can try to also have a fulfilled marriage, rather than running up and down and trying to destroy somebody's marriage simply because you're a baby mama or a baby father. Domestic violence is real, brothers and sisters, and many people are dying because of different forms of violence under the roofs of houses. And if you are a contributing factor, you are one of the persons who contributes in one way or the other to these things, then know that there is something. Hey, Bianwana, I'm here. I need to look for you, call you after this. So today I am saying that we need to live a fulfilled life. Living a fulfilled life means that you live the life that God intended for you. It means that you don't go about looking for trouble. If you are not married to a man or to a woman, and you go about looking for trouble from these people in their families, it means that you are not living a fulfilled life. No person living a fulfilled life would go to create problems in another person's family. If you want to live a fulfilled life and you had a child with somebody, the person, whether the person is taking care of that child or not, you can redefine a reasonable and beautiful lifestyle for yourself, and you will enjoy your life. You will live a fulfilled life without having to be bothered about man A or woman B who is out there, who has a child with you, or who has or this or that. You will not do that, and that will not break you down. Yeah, don't hide your face. I will find you. So we need to, we need to learn how to behave with each other. If you are that person who causes trouble in people's homes, you are not living a fulfilled life. To live a fulfilled life, you have to know how to relate with others. You need to know how to relate with others. If you have a child with somebody, or you were once in love with somebody, and that person didn't get married to you, but later got married to another person, all what you have to do is to struggle to see how you can relate with that person from the point of view of agape love. How you can keep the love of God in your heart with that person, rather than every minute you are looking for trouble with that person, and then you are making the person to have problems in their union just because they had once hooked up with you, or they have a baby with you, or whatever. If you are living like that, remember, the child who refuses the mother from sleeping does not sleep. If your child is crying all night, what happens is that child too stays awake. When the child troubles you, the mother to stay awake looking after that child too is awake as you are awake. So remember that if you are causing trouble in people's families, you will not live a fulfilled life, because you will be suffering from something you don't know. You will be wondering what is happening, but actually you are suffering because you are struggling to make life uncomfortable for somebody. And you will realize that in the night while people are resting, sleeping and trying to rest, you are struggling to plan what you are going to do with this person tomorrow. What new story should I say about this person? What new scheme should I come up with? What new thing should I use to blackmail this person? And then you spend all your life struggling to know every bit of thing of that person in order to be able to fight against. My dear, when you live like that, you will not live a fulfilled life. You will not enjoy your life at all. Please share the video and comment. Thank you, Beatrice. I see your comments. If you want to live a fulfilled life, you have to be sure that you make sure that people around you are enjoying their life. People around you are not suffering as a result of your actions. You make sure, when you make sure of this, then you will begin to enjoy a fulfilled life, because they too will ensure that you are living a good life, that you don't have any problem caused by them. Sometimes we cause trouble to people, and then finally we think that we can enjoy our lives. Zero. No, and no again. You can never enjoy your life while causing trouble to other people. When you are not that person who uplifts broken hearts, you rather increase the injuries. You yourself, you will not sleep well. Now, there is another thing that I want to use in this, another example I want to use in this discussion. And this example has come to me. People have called me, many people have told me from in the diaspora. There is a report that I got from several people that anytime their family member comes here, most often, when family members come to America and they are living with, when they come, you welcome them, they are living with you, you are happy with them, and then you are struggling to do things, they will just, either they fold their hands and they are not ready to do anything, then they keep depending on you. That is poor relationship, brothers and sisters. You don't depend on somebody the whole life. If somebody welcomes you in the diaspora and you are living in that person's house, the next thing you have to do is to struggle. You may not be able to help with finances because you have not yet started having finances. Cleaning the house, taking care of children, doing dishes, sometimes helping to cook is just an example. Those are just examples of things you can do to show that you are also contributing to that home. Sometimes some of us, I'm talking this to boys especially, most boys and young men, when we come to America, America is different. The Western world is different. You can help somebody just by doing dishes. But when we come, sometimes we are coming from a background where we think that a man should not do dishes. A man should not cook. A man should not sweep the house. A man should not do this or that. And then you come, you cross your legs, the people go out, work, come back, cook food, buy food, cook, pay rent, you stay, pay every bill, you enjoy, and you just sit there. Shame on you. That is poor relationship. And when you live like that, you are not living a fulfilled life, because one day you will leave the house. And when you leave the house, you will be staying on your own. What will happen when you are staying on your own? When you leave that home and you start to live on your own, the next thing will be that you will find it difficult for you to succeed alone. Brothers and sisters, let me tell you people something. When you help people, when you assist in the house chores of other people, when you work for other people, you are building your capacity. You are actually not working for those people. You are working to become a better person. When you work, when you contribute in cleaning somebody's house, you are teaching yourself that in future you'll be able to clean your house. You are not cleaning the house of that person for that person. You are cleaning the house of that person for yourself first, because you live in that home. You are cleaning the house of that person for yourself first, because you are building your capacity on what cleanliness means. When you cook food in that house, you are not cooking food for that person. You are cooking food for the people, for yourself. And you are teaching yourself how to cook. Thank you, Anne-Marie. You are teaching yourself how to cook. So if you're living under the roof of somebody in the diaspora or even in Africa, and you think that you cannot do anything because after all it's not my house, you are deconstructing yourself. And that deconstruction is going to haunt you into your own house. It is going to haunt you in your future life. It is going to make you to suffer, whether you like it or not. Yes. So there are certain things to do, thinking that I am living a fulfilled life because when I wake up in this house, I just sleep, and then I wake up and I eat. You think that is a fulfilled life, you are killing yourself. You are killing yourself. Living a fulfilled life means you have to know how to relate with others. Thank you, Beatrice. It's common sense, really. You need to know how to relate with other people. If you cannot relate well with other people, you cannot live a fulfilled life, because your life does not depend on you alone. In fact, if our lives were depending on us alone, God would have created Adam and that would have been all. But because God created Adam and realized that we are dependent on each other, he decided to expand the world. That is why you and I are here. We are depending on each other, even though we are not supposed to be the controller of each other. We depend on each other because when you live, I have seen somebody complain to me a few days back that is a woman. She struggled for her husband, for her husband to come. She was here. She struggled and struggled and struggled, and her husband came finally. When the man came, the man started playing the African man, where you sit at home, you only give instructions. When this woman goes to work, the man has not started working. When this woman goes to work, on coming back late, since they work here, we are not like in Africa. In the Western world, they don't have Sunday. They work. People work. So when you come from Africa with that, our culture of no work, because we have a known culture, work culture in Africa. When you come with that culture, please stay quiet, calm down and learn. So this lady told me that the husband has been a problem since he came. They are in trouble because the man does not want to do anything in the house. All the man does is give instructions. He wants his food to be on time. He doesn't go anywhere. He has refused to work. He doesn't want to do anything. She is struggling for this man to do something. And the man is not ready to do anything. Finally, the man went and got a part-time job. And this part-time job, the man cannot pay the house. He cannot pay any bills. He keeps struggling to do things only for himself. Really? One thing I want us to understand is that the diaspora, the money is not on the highway where people go and sweep. Welcome, my beautiful daughter, Beryl. In the diaspora, people don't sweep money on the highway. People work for money. People work to get what they get to send to us in Africa. There are people here, yes, even in Africa, people need to change. This mentality needs to change. You know, there are people here who work more than 3 jobs to be able to meet up, to be able to pay their bills and be able to send 1,000 francs to you, to us back in Africa. We need to change our mentality. When you are living in somebody's house, even in Africa or in the diaspora, you have to know that you need to do some contribution in that house. And the contribution is, you must not contribute by giving money, no. You can contribute. Please share the video. Share the video so your people on your pages can come in. Just click on the share button and then your people on your pages will see and come in. You can help that person by taking care of the house, by taking care of children. There is a scandal that came up, not a scandal. A woman just recently died in Douala, even though in Limbe, even though we don't yet know what the cause of that death is. But we know that it was poison. But you hear people, there are some things people are saying that it was a woman in that same house who gave poison, that the mother of the house should be poisoned. If that is true, what a shame. What a shame. If that is true, it's a shame. Because if you are living in somebody's house, why should you want to kill the person? Is there any reason? Why have we reduced our lives to hate? Why all the hate? We have to stop the hate. Because this hate is killing us. It is not helping us, brothers and sisters. If you want to live a fulfilled life, you have to use the word hate in your vocabulary when you are struggling to get somebody to stop the hate. You don't have to keep the word hate and use it against people. You don't have to have enemies. In fact, you have to pray that people should not take you as their enemy because you are struggling never to get somebody as an enemy. That is it. If you don't live with enemies, you will have a fulfilled life. A fulfilled life is when you are living and you are learning how to triangulate your love, to love people the way they are, to accept people. So when you are in Africa and your family members are in the, when you demand money from them, you should not demand as if you are the one who gave them the job and every month and you are the one paying them and therefore you know their paycheck. No. You have to demand from the point of view of pleading that somebody should help you from them, should include you as part of their many activities, many expenditure headlines. Because if somebody gives you 1,000 francs and you don't appreciate, you will not appreciate the 1,000,000 francs when you have it, when that person gives you. So when that our mentality in Africa that we have, that mentality should be a mentality to be provoked for a change, for a positive way forward. Where we think, because that mentality that we think that in America, when you just come to America, you just sit and everything comes. Let me tell you, even when you win the lottery, the diversity lottery, things don't just happen. You don't just come here and sit and the American government is paying you. Lies. You work to survive. You work to survive. So when you come to somebody's house, if you want to succeed in life, learn how to do things. Now, somebody also complained to me that he brought his brother here. The brother came, was not doing anything at home, was just sitting there. Then finally the brother started working. And when the brother started working, the brother is still living with him. But he does not want to contribute even a mite in the house. All he does is that he gets money. He goes and buys his things with. He takes care of himself very well. But he doesn't take care of anything in the house. Even biscuits, he does not bring back to the children in the house. He eats well. He sleeps well. When there is anything in the house, he feeds on it. But he does not even go as much as buying juice to put in the freezer. Shame on that man. Yes, Beatrice says, Aditi, this topic is an award-winning subject, Jesus. You are touching just the right points. Thank you, Mommy. God bless you. Just invite more people. Invite people on your page to come in and watch so that we can bless other people too through this. When you click the share button, you are blessing someone. When you invite someone to watch, you are blessing someone. Thank you, dear. And you are joining me to be a blessing to people. You know, so this lady, this man told me that the brother is a problem. And he was asking me, what advice do you give me to do? In fact, the only advice I can give is send that brother out of your house. He is already working. He is already in a salary. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel that, no, if I send him out, my family will say that. No, he is a man. He is working. And he knows what he is doing. If you don't send him out of your house, he will never know what it means to pay a bill. And he will think that that is how life is. Remember, when you are living in somebody's house and you are working already, if you pay a bill, you are training yourself how you will be paying bills when you stay alone. When you buy a drink to the house, if you go out and you buy some food and bring back home, you are training yourself on how you will do when you are married. When you will be married, you will thank you for inviting your friend Anne-Marie. When you will be married, that is how you will be doing in your home. When you buy biscuits for the children of that home, you are training yourself on how you'll be buying some things for your children. You are not doing that for those people, sisters and brothers. You are not doing it to help anybody. You are helping yourself. So the advice I am giving to that brother, if he is watching me now, is that if your brother does not want to change, does not want to do anything at home, please send him out. Because you have helped him he told me that his brother has lived with him for 5 years. 5 years in America, you're living in somebody's house working and you're not supporting. In this country where you take a salary and every bit of it goes only on bills, you are wicked when you do like that. Only wicked people can do that. So I am calling on you, all of us here, to share this video so that people who are living this kind of life, sometimes most of them don't even know that what they are doing is wrong. Many of them don't know that it is wrong. So when you share this video and they listen to this video, they will learn that what they are doing is unacceptable. Many people do that without knowing. It is very, very bad for you to be in somebody's house and then you cross your legs. If you are a husband who has come to America to meet your wife, know that if that woman was not working, you will not be able to meet her. She will not be able to pay your flight. She will not be able to pay that house where you're living. She wouldn't have been able even to buy food that you and her eats. So when you come, quickly do things and start being part of the running cost of the house. When you remain a liability, it's a shame. It's a shame when you are a liability and then you continue to be a liability. It is granted you can be a liability for a short period of time because you have not yet settled. But when you are settled, please start being an asset. Start being an asset because you are also training yourself on how you become an asset. If you are a husband, change. Also go out to work because when you go out to work, you will help yourself. Also go out to work because you will learn what it means to work and you will have some more money in your purse, in your account, that will help you to be able to build a life. Then you will be living a fulfilled life. You cannot and you will never live a fulfilled life if you are that person who is just sitting by and doing nothing. If you are that person who thinks that as a husband in the house, even a dish you cannot wash, even to change the nappies of a baby you cannot change, even to feed a child you cannot, you will not be living a fulfilled life. Is there any fulfilled life that is as beautiful as being able to give food to your children, being able to provide for your home, being able to change the nappy of your child? There is no fulfilled life that is as beautiful as this one, brothers and sisters. So if you are living in somebody's house and you think that you will continuously be a liability, not an asset, you will never live a fulfilled life. You start living a fulfilled life when you become an asset. because you are being an asset not only to the other people. Thank you, Mimi. Welcome, my dear beautiful. Please share the video. I see you, Sylvia. Welcome. Share the video on your page, on your Facebook page, please. And then invite other people to come in and watch with us. If you are living in somebody's roof, under somebody's roof, you must not be a liability to that person. You can be useful if you are able to clean the house, if you are able to do some certain things at home, rather than just sit by and expect to eat, and then when there is no food in the house, you are quarreling. Man, they just stay hungry for the house. Now, which kind of house is man, they get something for chop? And that woman said, you know, they take care of we for the house. And that man, they buy chop. Really? Whereas even to sweep the house, you don't sweep. You are a liability. If you are a husband and you follow your wife to America or to any country, even in Africa, if you are only sitting in the house thinking that nowadays, a good husband will even gather the children and play with so that they can give space for the wife to be able to do something at home. Yes, that's what a good husband would do. Now, to you, the wives, most of us wives, we want to get married to people who are rich, to ready-made people. Let me tell you, and I'm saying this to us women and also to us mothers, to make our children to know. The Bible says when God created man, he later found that man was incomplete. Then he created woman. And he said the man will leave his mother and his father, and he will be cleaved to his wife, and they will become one. This one means that they will build up a family together. This one means that they will be able to construct what they want together. That is why they are one. So if you, a woman, you are waiting to get into a ready-made home, you are as good as useless. Yes, because when you get into a ready-made home, it is very easy for the man to one day stand up and say, leave my house. Because after all, you did not come in with anything. You came in empty-handed, so you go empty-handed. You need to come and meet your husband as his helpmate, and then together with him, you will be able to build that family. You'll be able to work together to purchase things. So there are women who get married. Some women are just excited to get married. And then at the end of the day, they are not living a fulfilled life. Because they get married not because they want to get married, but they get married because they think that the man has money. The man is settled. The man has something to give them. They think that they have a place where they will go and live. If you are a woman like that, you will not have a fulfilled marriage. You will never have a fulfilled life, and you will not be enjoying your life. Your life will be how do they call it? Empty. Because you will be looking for fulfillment in a ready-made home where you will never find. If you are looking for fulfillment in a man, it should be fulfillment through the love he has for you, not through the property that he's got, not the fact that he is a rich man. You can construct riches together with him. You can make him a rich man. You can build that man to become a rich man, and you will be a rich woman because you constructed those riches together. So whatever happens, if you want to live a fulfilled life, you must learn to be that person who looks up to constructing life together with whoever. That's what you should do. If you are a woman and you get married to a man who is in the diaspora, are you getting married because you want to go to the diaspora? Are you looking for papers? That's one thing somebody also told me. Somebody called me the other day and said, I got married to my husband, and then my husband was in Africa. In fact, I've had those calls from 4 or 5 people. Some said their wives, some said their husbands. And then when they finally came here, they are living a very terrible life. They have not found, let me earmark this one, which was so shocking. He said he had a wife, a fiancé in Cameroon. And then this girl came. He arranged for this girl to come. The girl got right here, and then he found out that the girl also had a boyfriend in America, because the girl does not want to do anything, but every time the girl says she's going to visit her family. And when she goes, she spends hours upon hours. And recently, she spent a night. And when she spent the night, the man decided to follow up to understand what was happening. And behold, he found out that this lady goes and stays at a man's house. So, did you get married to this man because of love? Or you got married to this man because you wanted to come to America? Are you living a fulfilled life, living in some other person's house and then jumping into the bed of another person in another house? Are you enjoying? Are you enjoying? Are you living a fulfilled life? Doing that jump forward for before for back lifestyle in America? Do you know that God can hold you responsible to have caused that man or that woman to spend all their time, their money, their documents to get to here, get to out of the country to America, and then you get there and become this kind of person? Are you aware that God is angry with you because of that attitude? Are you aware that this attitude can follow you all the rest of your life? Are you aware that what you are doing is very dangerous even to your children in future? Are you aware of that? And above all, are you aware that God is not happy when you do that? Because God will not love it when you do that. So today I am here to tell us that if any of us is anxious and willing to live a fulfilled life, you must live a life that is worth emulating by relating well with others. Don't only relate to yourself. Don't think that you are so important that it is only when you relate with yourself that you will be a successful person. Don't think that you are so intelligent that the only best thing to do on earth is to live and to enjoy your life the way it is. I tell you, you will not be living a fulfilled life if you behave like that. When you behave like that, what happens is that you suffer without knowing. Many people are suffering on earth without knowing. Now let me come back to those people who are house girls in people's houses. Some of us in America, look, in America, work is not just going to an office as we think in Africa. In Africa, we think that when somebody is working as a house girl or a babysitter, that is the last person on earth. No, that is not. That is not the last person on earth. In the Western world, some of the best works are those works that we undermined in Africa. And so, if you come to the Western world, yes, thank you for sharing that video. I'm seeing Mimi, thank you. Ellis, thank you. Please go on, share the video and invite your friends to come in. If you are in the Western world and you have the opportunity to be working with somebody you know, maybe you are taking care of their children or you are selling in their business, you have to do it as if it is yours. Somebody complained to me that they took in this lady who did not even have papers to be their babysitter. It's an elderly woman. And this woman has been very nasty to their children. This woman does not feed their children on time. In fact, she spends all her time watching TV at home. She does not spend any time for the children. So each time the children are crying when the parents come back, until the man decided to put a camera in his house to understand what was going on. And behold, he discovered that when they leave the children, the food that they leave for these children, the woman eats the food. And then the woman does not give food to these children. The woman does not assist these children even to sleep within the day. She does, in fact, practically nothing for the children. And the people, they were so shocked because to them, they took this mother in because it was a mother. They took this woman to be taking care of the children because it's a mother. It's a woman who should have children, has children and grandchildren. And so they thought that this lady will look at their children as her grandchildren. You see? But because you know the lady, because that is, I take you to work for me because you know me, you don't care what you do. That is poor relationships. Even whether you know me or not, when you are working, please do it. You are not working for me. You are working for yourself. You are working for your salvation. You are doing just what God planted you on earth here to do. It is not to please me. Relating with people is very important. Relating with people is very important because it helps you to live a fulfilled life. Now, so if you are in the diaspora and you are living in somebody's house, if you want to leave and go out, if you want to go and look for your own place, ask for it. Don't look for trouble. Don't create trouble just because you want to go. Don't. Now, there's another very important point which I will say when I watch my when I go and look after the pot. I just dash out for 1 minute, get some water, and then I look at the pot that I was cooking, as I said, while you listen to Mama Atalaku's domestic violence.
Touche-moi chérie, ne me pique pas, ne me batte pas, ne me slappe pas, ne me quitte pas. Touche-moi chérie, yo yo yo. Je suis ton amour, ne me pique pas. Je suis ton amour, ne me slappe pas. All this man begin the way they like to pick woman, eh? When I go to the war front, when I go show power for war front, we don't want people that they big woman anyhow. We don't want this nonsense. No pity your woman. Do not pity your wife. Les batte pas ta femme. Pardon mon père. Pardon mon père. Les batte pas. Non, la Pamela. Elle est là. Souba, sika, 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 sika. Elle est là. Souba, sika, 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 sika. Elle est là. Pardon chérie, caresse-moi. Pardon chérie, caresse-moi. Ne me bite pas, ne me slappe pas, ne me bite pas, ne me slappe pas. Chérie, caresse-moi. Chérie, caresse-moi. Touche-moi, oh, touche-moi chérie. Ne me bite pas, ne me batte pas, ne me slappe pas, ne me quitte pas. Touche-moi chérie, yo yo yo. Je suis ton amour, ne me bite pas. Je suis ton amour, ne me slappe pas. Obey-moi, yes, Batimala. Mala, you for better or for worse. What's not gonna lumber? I'm not gonna listen to my Baba. One leg, my Baba, sweetheart. One leg, my Baba. Mama, take for Banawatu. For Banawatu, now one, my sweetheart. One, my first baby. Like my sweetheart. Okay.
That is Mama Talaku. Domestic violence. I'm back. Yes. I am back. And before I jumped out, I was trying to say something which is very, very important. Some of us, when we live in people's houses, especially in the diaspora, we start being a point of gossip. We carry things from their homes to the outside. And even in Cameroon, if you are living in somebody's house, how on earth do you carry information about that home and you spread outside? This has caused a lot of problems. Some do not only spread that information, they also bring back information to the house. I will go for this place and I saw the person talk about you. Who sent you to be an information collector? Yes, my beautiful Sylvia. Thank you, my dear. I'm happy. I'm seeing you. Share the video, please. Invite people to come in. Who asked you to? Who sent you to be information carrier? Are you a mail service or you are a telephone? Some of them, because you are staying in somebody's house and you have a telephone, you call when the person goes out in the morning. You call the whole America to talk about that person. I stay for the house, so I suffer. The person that didn't even take care of me. If you imagine, say, for 2 days now, I never chop. Really? That is what we do. Somebody is taking care of you, and all you do is you blackmail that person. When you do that, you are not living a fulfilled life. Living a fulfilled life, my dear brothers and sisters, is when you are also appreciative. When you know how to appreciate, when you show gratitude. You cannot show me gratitude if you are talking evil about me at my back. When I go out to work, instead of you trying to do some things in the house that can help us, you sit there the whole day gossiping, calling and talking and bringing trouble to people, or you are jumping from some of them. I have somebody also told me that I brought my sister, my sister's daughter here, and my sister's daughter came and all she did was the hi Christabel, welcome my dear, share the video please. All my sister's daughter did was that she came and then she started, my husband started sleeping with her. Domestic violence, these are things that bring trouble in people's homes. How can somebody be helping you and the only thing you do is to sleep with the husband? Are you doing the right thing? Or somebody is housing you in their house and you start wanting to rape their daughter? Or you want to sleep with a man's wife? Is that something? Is that a way of being appreciative? In fact, this work that I'm doing makes me to hear terrible things. You hear some like this and you don't sleep. How on earth can you be living in somebody's house as a friend and then you are sleeping with a man's wife? And you, the woman, how on earth do you drop down to that level where your friend, your husband's friend is in your house and then you are sleeping with him? Are you living a fulfilled life doing that? So when you go back, when your husband is back home and you are lying down with him, how do you feel? When you give food to the two of them, what are you doing? Are you feeding your two husbands? So are you practicing polyandry, or what are you really doing? And the man who is sleeping with the wife's sister, are you practicing incest or polygamy, or what are you doing? You know, we need to ask ourselves if we are living the life God intended us to live. Because if you are not living that life that God intended you to live, you are not living a fulfilled life. And at the end of the day, you will find yourself really suffering because you will not be living a fulfilled life. Living a fulfilled life means that you relate well with people. You cannot relate well with people when you are a gossip, when you are a slanderer, a backstabber, when you are a baby mama or baby daddy that is struggling to break the marriage of those people, when you are a mother-in-law or a sister-in-law who does not like your brother's wife or your sister's husband or your daughter's husband or son's wife. Those are things that make us not live a fulfilled life. And then yet you see people complaining that, I don't know why my own life day so. Your own life day so because you don't decide me day so. That is it. That's the only answer. You can live a fulfilled life by making sure you don't hurt people, making sure you live a life that adds something to other people's life, but then you define your own life and you move on in a way that you are successful. You define your lifestyle and you live your life not depending on anybody, but at the same time not hurting anybody. That's what we are talking about. Living a fulfilled life. Welcome, Mercy. My dear, share that video on your Facebook page. Our topic again, living a fulfilled life. You can live a fulfilled life if you are able to stop gossip, stop the hate, struggle to build peace, struggle to be a good person. If you are a sister or a mother-in-law like me here, living in somebody's house in America, you must live a good life. You must be of assistance. You must be an asset to that family, not a liability. Yes, so you must be an asset. If you are a liability to that home, then it is your time to pack out. If you are my daughter or my son and you come, you live with your brother or your sister, and you are not doing what is you are supposed to do, I will be the first person to kick you out of that house. Because as I said earlier, your contribution must not be only by money. Just the way you take care of the children at home, the way you clean the house and do the dishes, the way you compose yourself makes you to be a welcome person in that family. Many people in the diaspora have had problems in their marriages, with their partners, because of people who come to live in their homes. If you are living under somebody's roof, you are bound to live under that person's roof as a guest. For example, those of us who are mothers like this, God forbid that I come to my child's house and then I start being the controller of the house, giving instructions. God forbid. Because if they come to my house, I'll give instructions. Why do I give instructions in their house? Why should I be the one to be giving instructions in their house? I should take the leadership, the listener position, and I should be able to assist in that house. Now, if you are living in somebody's house in the diaspora, you are working, you have to support them. You may not support in paying rents, you may not support in paying bills, but you may support sometimes in buying food, even just biscuits for the children. Even just buying juice to put in the freezer, the fridge is important. Because when you are doing that, you are not doing it for them. You are doing it and you are schooling yourself how you do when you are living on your own. If you are washing dishes, you are learning how to wash dishes when you will be living on your own. All those lazy people who come into people's houses and they become liabilities and they want to create problems. You see them calling back home and telling their parents, I come for the country, so my brother don't like me. He the only thing I with a woman, all thing a woman they control it. Shame on you, don't cause trouble in people's house. Before you came, they were living happy. Or not only that, a man they control it. He never do anything for a family. He here only for a man. Don't do that. That is a couple. And if you don't want to be, when you were coming, you knew that you were coming into a home that is a package. If not, you pack out. If it means that in your own home, you'll be doing things without telling your wife or your husband, then you pack out, go find your wife and husband and do it your own way and allow these people. Domestic violence is killing people in different homes caused by us who come in to live in those homes. You will see a man who had never slapped the wife start to slap the wife because the mother said, oh, this your wife, this your thing where you call her wife. I talk today, look me for my face. And then you will see the man now in frustration will go and slap the wife. Or you become also, they did not give me trouble. I want to talk, they cost me. Shame on you. Why they never give you trouble if you go take her? Or you be feel say you just want to get right for go up a man in pot. Because sometimes we mothers, we think that we just have the right. Somebody cooks their pot, you just have the right to go and take. What, did you ask for food or you just claim that because it's my son's house, I have a right to go and take the food? These right issues. Your rights end where the rights of other people begin. And if you want to enjoy your rights, you have to meet up with your obligations. If you are living with your brother or your sister, and you want to enjoy your right as a junior brother or junior sister in that home, your obligation is to respect the people of the home. Your obligation is to assist in that home. Your obligation is to live an upright life in that home. Then you will be able to enjoy your rights. Many times we are only asking for our rights. People ask for their rights, so my right this, my right that, I get right. But they don't want to fulfill their own obligations. My dear, you have obligations. If you cannot fulfill your obligations, don't ask for rights. Rights go with obligations. Any day, anytime. So we need to rethink, reformat our mindset when it comes to us thinking that our people are in the diaspora and we have to go and meet them. Or they have to send us money. Some of us who live in Africa, now this one I'm talking to you, to all of us in Africa, we think that in America, people take the broom, go to the streets and sweep money. So when we are asking, requesting, we request as if we are the ones giving them the money to keep. We request as if we are requesting from our bank. I beg, send me that money. I've been told you send me money since you never send out. You just had to leave now. Really? People here work 2-3 jobs to be able to pay their bills. And so if they manage to send you 1,000 francs, you have to appreciate. If you are not appreciative and you are even insultive, it means that you are a wicked human being and God will punish you for doing that. Let me tell you people what happens. Sometimes what we do is so terrible. Sometimes You will even ask for that man to give you money like that. You will not allow them to sleep because you want them to give you money. Then when they give you the money, you don't even say thank you. You spend it. When it is finished, you come back. You come back now to ask for more. Whereas you had never even appreciated the first one. Really? That is what some of us do. And it is very, 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 very dangerous, my dear sisters, my dear brothers. If you are not appreciative, don't expect to always have. Some people, I did one video on this appreciation, and some people, Minister Fortune came online and said, straight on, she said she has decided never to be giving out to people again. That she has stopped. Why are we causing people to stop their God-given talent of sharing? We cause people to stop to share. We cause people to stop to be nice because of our poor attitudes, because we don't know how to appreciate, because we think that demanding is the best way out. When you demand, just the same vigorous strength you used in demanding is the same one those people who give expect you to use in appreciating. But what happens is that many people, immediately you give them, they forget that they can even call you to acknowledge that they have received. Immediately you call and give them the transfer number. When once they get the transfer number, that's it. They are done with you. They just go on and say, okay, we have had the transfer number, that's all. They don't care. That you are, when you do that, you are not living a fulfilled life, brothers and sisters. If you are not appreciative, we should stop overloading our children and family members in the diaspora with requests. How often have you also looked for somebody who is traveling and then you give a bundle of eru or vegetable or bitter leaf, or you give some, even just this parched corn, or you just think that I have somebody in the diaspora, let me send something to them. How often have we done that? Because that is living a fulfilled life. Living a fulfilled life is sharing, brothers and sisters. When you share with each other, you are fulfilled, because blessed are those who give, for they shall receive. When you are also giving, not always asking and asking. When I say this, I rebuke people who go around with a lot of sympathy. I rebuke widows. I rebuke divorcees. I rebuke women who think that they are so poor and then they begin to feel that they have to be beggars. There is nobody who lacks something to offer. Even a greeting is something you have offered. Appreciation, you have offered something. We have to stop living this life that we just live as, okay, I found myself in the world, let me live. You must live a fulfilled life, and your life cannot be fulfilled if you are not relating well with people, if you are not appreciative, if you are not able to acknowledge others. If you are a troubleshooter, always looking for trouble, somebody who provokes conflict, who gossips, who looks for trouble, who slanders, then you will never live a fulfilled life, because the baby who says that the mother will not sleep does not sleep. When you think that a child who cries the whole night will not sleep, and then the mother too will not sleep. So while you are keeping me awake, you are also not sleeping. So when you slander me, when I'm sleeping, what you are doing is, even if I hear that you have slandered me and I'm thinking that, why should this person do this? You are planning the next strategy, so you don't sleep. Then therefore you are not living a fulfilled life. Living a fulfilled life means that you should be respectful of other people. You should be conscious that there are people in the world that should relate with you. You should be conscious that when somebody does you a favor, you appreciate. If you are not appreciative, you will never live a fulfilled life. Because sooner or later, people who are giving to you will stop. I will not keep giving if you cannot appreciate. Miss Akim says, this is accurate, Auntie T. It is not easy to be on either side of the coin. Sometimes the expectations are too high, especially for new people. I hope the educative video helps kill ignorance. Please share the video. Thank you, my dear. Thank you, beautiful. Yafe Julian says, the same people who demand a lot and who hardly appreciate do not give to others as, oh, mom, that's true. They don't give. Yes, my minister is in the house. Thank you, my dear. They don't give. Those people who demand much like that, they don't give. That is true, my dear daughter. However, like you say, mom, it is important to continue sharing because there's joy in giving. Let people not cause a giver to stop giving. I tell you, sometimes it's so frustrating because the issue is not even that they're forced not to give, that they don't even appreciate. You send somebody money, they take the money, solve their problem. They never come back to say, they don't even acknowledge that they have received the money. They stay quiet until one day when they have another problem. You see them saying, hello, I just want salute. And you know that my brother, so he don't die. Or you know that my sister, Ipikid, is sick. Me sister, I know they feel fine. I want to go hospital. I don't go hospital, they give me bill. Only when you have something, and in fact, that is the way some of us relate with God. That's how some of us relate with God. You only go back to God when you need something. When you have it, you don't have the audacity to sit back and say, thank you, Father. That's how some of us do. The way you relate with each human being on earth here will dictate the way you also relate with God. If you relate positively with people, you'll be able to relate positively with God and you relate well. If you are appreciative to man that you see, you'll be able to appreciate God that you don't see. Many of us have caused a lot of trouble. Domestic violence is under people's roofs caused by you, me, and others. You come and you're staying in somebody's house. All you do is that the person buys a phone and give you because they want to prepare you to get settled in the diaspora. You start using the phone to call people and talk evil about that person. Or you use the phone to gossip. You use that same phone to call back home. Every day you are on phone, you are calling back home to tell your mother or your family members, when I be saying these people they enjoy, that my sister went to America, so a man don't take a head, or a woman don't take a head, put her under armpit. Either they do nothing for me for a year. Mommy, if I as I become the America, I don't see something. That's what some of us do. Shame on you when you do that. Minister says a good number of them are very lazy. Yes, extremely lazy. Like the husbands I quoted earlier, where a woman will struggle, do everything, or a man will struggle, do everything to bring their partner to meet them out here. And then when you come here, you take the patron position. You refuse to even do dishes in the house, even to sweep, even to make up a bed from where you have just woke up. And then when you start working like brothers and sisters who come and stay with their own siblings here, you are in the house, you don't do anything. You cannot even buy biscuits for a child. Even to buy maybe candy or to buy a juice, you don't. They pay the rents. You stay there, they pay all bills. You are sitting there, you cannot do even the dishes. You cannot do anything. You are just being big man. And then when you start to work, you cannot do anything. My dear, that person who called me, if you are listening to me, somebody called me yesterday and said, this is what is happening in their house. If you are listening to me, it is time for you to ask that your brother to move out. He cannot live with you for 5 years. He's working and he cannot contribute anything in the house. And he is just a liability. No, let him move out so that he will know what it means to pay bills. He will know what it means to take care of a family when he gets married. For your information, when you do that under somebody's roof, when you are buying, co-paying bills or buying things in the house, taking care of the house, you are not doing it for them. You are schooling yourself. You are training yourself on what you will do when you will become independent. When you'll be living in your house, that's what you do. Helen Dunfax says, some of them go and refuse that it is too small. Yes, you help somebody, the person does not even acknowledge the person. What the person does is to say that that thing is too small. And I wish kind of thing that I've added you, my minister. I always love it when you come in. Yafi Julian says, haha, mom. Only when they are in trouble that they get back to you. Yes. Hey, my beautiful girl. I beg. I don't look that picture for you and Mr. Over this. Especially the one you say when he touches your butt. there is an indicator. And many women don't know that. Many women don't know that that's an indicator for something, and you just have to prepare for it. Welcome, my dear. Before you say something, let me read what Bifani said. She said, "Some people ask you to send, they receive and never call you." Yes, some people never call you. They ask you to send money, you send, and then they don't call you. They just stay. Then the day they need, they will come back. Yes, over to you, my beautiful dear.
And you know, and you just made mention of the fact that that's the same kind of relationship that we have with God. Many of us have that same relationship.
Yeah.
We remember the story of the 10 leopards when
Yes.
Jesus Christ healed the 10, and only one came back, shouting and rejoicing, and fell at the feet of Jesus to say thank you. The
Yes.
9 never came back. It amazes me how we come from a culture that is so hardworking, is compassionate. Back home in Africa, where we're compassionate, we
Yes.
live together. But when we cross and we come in the diaspora, I'm not sure what happens. We try to assimilate to the point where we do it the wrong way.
Yeah.
The wrong way. See, what happens here in the diaspora, if some of us were to copy what is going on in the diaspora, here, the culture here is me, my wife, and my children. No, that's it. They don't know anything about extended family.
Yes.
And so we come here and we think that somebody owes you something. We think that we're entitled. You're entitled. Your relative is entitled to keep you in their house. They're entitled to take care of you. They're entitled
Entitlement.
to pay your bills. They're entitled. The same way I told somebody the other day, nobody on this earth owe you a thing.
Yes.
None. The only person who owes you is your mother and your father.
Exactly.
Because those are the legal custodians that God handed you over to them and say, take care of this person. Any other person outside of that, your sister, your brother, your auntie, your cousin, they're doing it out of their goodwill of their hearts. They don't owe you a thing.
Exactly.
Not a thing. That if your sister or your brother don't do nothing, you start to call the names and call them. They don't owe you. So when you come in this culture, get out of that mentality that your sister owes you and begin to work for yourself. You don't have to wait for somebody to tell you that after 6 months you have to get out. You don't have to wait till that to
Exactly.
spoil relationship. You know, to the point where you start fighting and getting angry that they're asking you to leave. You don't have to get to that point. Life is so easy if we understand each other. The same thing you will do to another person, expect that person to do to you. We are expecting people to go beyond and above, but we are not ready to go beyond and above.
Tell you.
It's the grace of God. You see, God took me through an experience in my life where I know what pain is. I know what lack is. I know what going hungry is. I know what it means to be able to think for yourself at an early age. You know, a lot of people came to my inbox when I posted something on the page saying that at the age of 5, I was a housemaid, and people are surprised. I was a housemaid at the age of 5. I started cooking when I was 6. God took me. It is now that I'm appreciating that life. I am appreciating that experience now because it birthed in me a certain degree of compassion, of sympathy. When you're compassionate, when you actually do something for somebody, you cannot, if you feel sorry for somebody and you sit and you just say, Asha, no, you'll feel pity for that person. Compassion comes in when you're able to reach out and help that person.
Exactly.
So compassion came in as a result of what I went through. So that when I see somebody in pain, I can literally feel the same pain in my heart. And so I vow that the same thing that was done to me, I'm not gonna let myself do it to somebody else. I'm not going to return. I'm not going to let that hurt.
Yes.
You know, stop me from becoming what? The issue here, many of us don't know our purpose on earth. We don't know why we're here. Because if you find out why you're here, you will not have time to be on the phone gossiping. You will not have time to hate anybody. You will not have time to be negative. If you know your purpose, me, I'm fulfilling my purpose. So I know in the course of doing what I'm doing, a lot of people will not be happy. I will hurt some people. Some people will not see it the way I see it. But that's my purpose, and I'm living it. And as long as you're fulfilling your purpose, you're not intentionally hurting anybody, find your purpose. Don't sit down and be angry. See, a lot of people are angry because you think that somebody owes you. Or 5 years ago, my brother is in America, refused to pay school fees for my children, and you're walking around angry at them, and you're upset at them, and you don't come out of that prison you put yourself, or be angry at everybody because you think that they owe you something. Nobody owes you something. I came to the point where I know I have to fend for myself. I started selling. Let me tell you, I was selling bonka. I sold bonka when I was in primary school. From bonka, I started selling granola sweets. From granola sweets, I was playing jangi when I was in secondary school. I was playing jangi, 1,500 every month. When I went to the university, I was boiling egg and pepper. I put in stores. I was doing money laundering. I will lend 100,000. I will collect 110 at the end of the month from different stores. So I learned sugar daddies did not make me in UB. I went to UB. Sugar daddies, you can in that Cameroon. You want to, you will. A lot of people don't want to get dirty. You don't want to get dirty. You don't want to. You can rent a farm for 100,000 and cultivate.
Thank you.
And harvest those things. Make yourself productive. When you're doing something for you, you get fulfillment and you're happy. You have no time to be angry at anybody. You come to this country, you have papers, you have documents, you sit and you're waiting for somebody to tell you to go and become independent. And this is where I will blame some of our parents. Teach your children how to fish. You don't buy them the fish and give it to them all the time. When you're not here, what will happen to them? Teach them how to fish so that when you're not here, they'll be able to take that hook and go to the river and fish for themselves. We stop breeding a generation of lazy brats who think they're entitled. When you're not here, what will happen to them? What will happen to them? Don't be relying on that your auntie or rely on your sister, because they will fail you. Your children will suffer.
Exactly.
You can. People, even in the midst of this crisis, there's a woman that they gave her how much? 10,000. She started frying puff-puff. Now she's supplying puff-puff to different people. Some of us don't want to go through that route. You want the easy route, and you sit down and you're waiting. That person, there are days I have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. When I wake up at 5 in the morning, you sleep in Cameroon and you wake up at 11. I send you the money. You take and you just make, You don't know that I spend 2 hours sleeping so that I can provide for you guys. And you take advantage of that. Cameroonians, especially, we have to come out of that spirit of ingratitude. You see, the children of Israel, the only person you're killing is yourself. You're not killing me. You're killing your own self. Because you are standing in the way of your helpers, helping you and fulfilling your destiny.
Exactly.
You see, the children of Israel, they took a journey of 11 what? They were going round and round near the promised land for 40 years. Round and round, suffering their own self. They did not see the promised land for what? Ingratitude, grumbling, ingratitude. If you ask somebody 50 and the person gives you 20, take the 20 and say thank you and see. But even though I'm grateful for this 20, I still need 30. You don't take it and you're twisting your face and you're grumbling like it's your money you gave me to keep. It's not your money you gave me to keep. You know, it's so unfortunate that you sacrifice for people for years, and then one day you tell them that I cannot. Because somebody is in America doesn't mean that they don't have a right to have issues. They have a right to have problems. We have problems too in America. Bills, credit cards. You see, the truth is that most people here don't tell you the truth of what is going on. People here live on credit cards, borrow things. The cars, you see people riding, if you have not paid it off, you borrowed it. It is not your car. You live in a house until you have paid it off. That house is borrowed, because the day you don't pay, they will kick you out. So even the people in the diaspora have the right to have issues. And so when you tell somebody that you need money and they tell you they don't have money, believe them that they don't have money. You don't get angry that because they're in America. They don't pick it on the road. People work and they're paid monthly, bi-weekly. By the time your 2 weeks come, you're calculating your rent, your phone bills, your insurance, your this, and you have children. Everything here is bills. It's because most of us go back home and we don't tell people the truth. We lie. We don't tell people the truth of what's going on. We tell lies. You can see me wearing Gucci in America. I have taken credit cards and spent that 8,000, and I'll take the next 3 years to pay it off. But that Gucci is on my body, and you're looking at it in Cameroon and saying, oh, that person has money. Let me tell you, most of the people that you see here are living on credit, if they are truthful to you. So if somebody take their money and send to you, appreciate it. Appreciate it. It is not easy to wake up. There are days I'll be looking at the patient, I'm sleeping. If I give them wrong medication, I will go to prison. I will go to prison. And you guys are the same people that will stay in Cameroon, and you'll be laughing. You'll be making mockery of what's going on. Appreciate it. Appreciate. I'm not going to narrate my personal experience, but I've been so disappointed so many times where I've shipped things to Cameroon and they just treat it anyhow, let the goods ferment, or the person never calls you, they block you after you're trying to. I'm not sending things to Cameroon for you to sell and send the money back to me. It's for you trying to help, and then you turn around and I become enemy because I'm asking you what became of the goods, what became of the things. It's for you now. Tomorrow you will come here and say your child is sick. If I tell you I cannot help you, you get angry. Will you get angry at me for not helping you? We need to learn to have a heart of gratitude. I'll tell you that showing gratitude has been one of the things that you tell God that I need more. You don't even need to ask him that, Lord, I need more. Just for telling him, Father, thank you. We don't even know how to shake people to give you more. You don't even know. Somebody, you give that person something, and the way the person will appreciate it, you even just want to empty yourself.
Yes.
And just give it to the person. I have a friend of mine here. Every time I see her, I just want to give her money just because of her reaction. I just want to give it to her. So I will see the way she'll be. Oh, Minister V. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, Mr. V. I just want to go back into my account and let me just give her more. That's how you do it. When somebody gives you something, appreciate it. Even if it's not what you were asking for. Even if you know what you're asking for, appreciate it. You will get more. You will open more doors even for you. Another person can be standing and just see the way you're behaving to this person and say, okay, let me help this person too. That's how you're shaking God to send you destiny helpers. Anybody you see on this earth that is succeeding was helped. There is no self-made person. If you want to be self-made, you will suffer. You will suffer. You need people in your life to help you. We all helped. Somebody helped me. Somebody sacrificed for me. That's why I'm open to helping other people. You carry it forward. You carry it forward. Mommy T, I'm done. I hope I made sense, and I hope it blessed somebody.
A lot of sense. You need to see the reactions. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. Wow. Wow. You see, I don't know who was blessed because I was super blessed. She just came in to scatter in this inappreciative nature of human beings. Well, we are listening to it. We are getting it. The question is, are you changing? Or when you listen to this, You are looking at person A, B, or C and saying that, oh yes, what they're saying like that, that's how this my friend is. Because that's what we do. If you want to live a fulfilled life, my dear brothers and sisters, when you hear this kind of contribution, useful and powerful contribution, apply it to yourself. Take it and use on yourself and see. If you see that you are doing all of those, thank God. If you see that there's something you're not doing, change. Because it will help you. There's nobody who is on this earth to work for other people. When all of us are working together, what happens is that we are able to make this world a better place to be. We are able to make this world a better place to be. When Minister Fortune came in, I made a statement. I said, I am enjoying the photographs that she has put with her husband this week. That is what we should be doing to our people. When you enjoy and you admire, you love what other people do, you are living a fulfilled life, because as I am loving their photos, someone is loving mine. That is how this life is. You cannot, she just made a powerful statement that you can never become a better person without passing through others. Yes, we are not island. We are like redwood in the forest. Each stem, each root, the redwood in the forest stands like this. They are interwoven. And so when the wind comes, the trees do not fall. But when you stand alone, when the wind comes, you fall off. So we need each other. And we cannot live a fulfilled life without learning how to relate well with people. By being appreciative, thanking people, not waiting only when we have problems that we turn to people. By working, Minister Fortune has said something very, very important. You know how they do this iron pot? The iron pot, they take a lot of rubbish iron, put in real fire, devilish fire. And at the end of the day, it comes out, and we are today using those pots to cook our food. Yes, that is what we are talking about. If when you go through this lot of problems, Roy Ma'am, I'm trying to add you, is refusing. Can you please cancel and come in again? It is refusing. Now, when you go through lots of difficulties in this life, Roy Mama, please cancel and then request. It is refusing. Many of us don't know that when you are working, going through difficulty in this world, it is preparing you for a better tomorrow. That is it. When you go through difficulties in this world, it prepares you for a better tomorrow. Here are the examples that Minister Fortune has given. The examples are powerful. She has given those examples, meaning that when you do like that, what happens is that you will be a better person, because you will learn how to live, you will learn how to survive. Right, Mama, please send me that request again. You will learn how to live a life. Look at what she went through and what she is doing today. Many people, if I tell you my story, is the same. If I tell you how I used to go around doing menial jobs to be able to sponsor my daughter in school. But this is me today enjoying the fruits of my labor. So in this life, whatever you go through, do it and do it happily. Live a fulfilled life in any circumstance that you find yourself. Because when you are living that fulfilled life in any circumstance you find yourself, the next thing is that you will enjoy life the way it is. Because you will learn and you will become a better person. Now, there is something I must say. Many of us, what happens is that when we are living with people in our homes, many of us, what we do is that people in our homes, when they do some little things we don't appreciate, we too, okay, I'm waiting to see it, I'm not seeing it. Yeah, there it is. Many of us do not also appreciate. We keep complaining when somebody is living under our roof. Is to complain about them. Oh, they did not do this. Whatever those people are doing, we are not seeing it. We decide to blame the people. Beautiful girl, welcome.
Hi, Mom.
See how it shines. These are my people. I'm so happy when people come in like this. I'm just happy because all I do these days is not like a grandmother that I am. I go looking at these young women how they're enjoying their love life, and I'm just
Oh, we thank God.
Yes,
We
I'm
thank
so
you.
happy. Yes,
We hope
they will
someone
welcome. They will
understands.
welcome.
Thank
Before you come in, I was saying that some people, because today we are talking about living a fulfilled life, how to relate with people, and how being appreciative can help you live a fulfilled life. And I was just saying that there is one little thing to it. In as much as people who live under our homes should be able to appreciate and also contribute, we too, we need to appreciate them. Because some people, because someone is, all you say is you insult, are you in trouble? Hey, what happened, right, Mama? You went back. Now, this particular chat session is built on your song. Played it 2 times. It's built on that song, domestic violence, because many of the things, whether knowing or unknowingly, provoke lots of violence in people's homes.
I'm so sorry. I'm doing laundry everywhere. Oh my God. Sorry, Mom.
Yes, I see. No worry. Hey, that's part of life.
I had a call that came in. Oh, my hand did
Oh,
fall.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
had a call that came in.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Oh, another one has come in. Anyway, before she comes again, let's see what. Newu, I'm just saying that today's chat is based on your song Domestic Violence. Because I
Oh,
have discovered that many people are suffering. Don't worry, it will
how do you
come. Fix it and then come back. Many people are
how do
suffering
we
today. Many people have conflicts in their homes. They are beaten. They are breaking homes because of the
All
way
right. I'm so
we
sorry.
live.
Sorry.
Yes, we know. We understand, my dear.
Yeah, somebody's trying to call me from Cameroon.
Oh, wow. No.
Wow. I wish to give Mommy Veronica a hug.
Yes, so me too.
She said it all.
Powerful
She said it
contribution,
all.
yes.
You know, this thing of appreciation, it's really killing our community. And I think the only way that I've been able to survive it is just not to even think about it. You
Yeah.
know, because you imagine how you work so hard and want to be able to we work overtime, and especially when you have an extra project or something you have to do for somebody, or somebody bugging you for something. You work so hard to be able to make sure that that thing works, and then at the end of the day, that person look at it as if it's nothing. They curse you out of it. They look at you as if, I think one thing that the culture, we, like she said before, we are the ones that are to be blamed by one way or the other,
Yeah,
because we don't tell these people the truth. We don't tell these people the truth, because all
exactly.
they see is the lifestyle that we live on Facebook. And at the end of the day, they don't know our struggle, they don't know our pain, they don't know where we're coming from. We just keep enjoying the life. But again, when you want to tell them, people fail to understand that I have the right to enjoy my money. You know what I mean? It is my right to enjoy my money. Just like I don't owe you nothing. If you're coming out of your own goodwill to do something for somebody, it's just because you want to be able to do it and make sure that that person also feels comfortable. But at the end of the
Yeah.
day, I do not owe you a dime. It is my money.
Yeah.
Whether I decide to take that money and put on the street and sleep on it, or now my money, now me, I work on. So
Exactly.
if we come out of our own goodwill to be able to do stuff to someone,
Yeah.
people need to learn to appreciate. Because what I've realized is that I'm going to tell you a little story of how we brought some kids to this country, and today we've become enemies.
Uh-huh.
Yes, we
Uh-huh.
become enemies because you want to be able to show them the right way for them to go through life, but they feel like you telling them to do certain things is that you don't love them, or it's punishment, or you want to hold them back, or say, I don't understand. Most of the time, the people that we bring into this country, we want to pamper them. They'll come to a house that the house is already well furnished. The house is already well furnished. You're living a good life. You're driving a car. They want to be able to live that particular life at that moment where they got to that. They don't know the struggles that you've come through to be able to live that lifestyle that you're enjoying today. They don't understand.
Yes.
So when you want them to go through a certain path in a comfortable way, they don't understand the pain that you've gone through. They don't understand the pain that the people that have come to this country have lived on the streets. They don't even know nobody. It's not today that Facebook has come that we've built a whole community. If I was supposed to come, if I was on Facebook, and I'm supposed to go to a country that I don't know somebody, through that Facebook connection, I'll meet that sister. I'll say, hey, sister, I'm coming to your country. I know you are in Holland. I'm coming to Holland. That person will give me a comfortable life. But what if I do not know this person?
Exactly.
One, I'm going to Holland. I'm going to be able to find my way through. But because I've got to know you, you make life easy to me, and I feel like that's how it's supposed to be. No, it's not supposed to be that way. That person is basically giving you a favor. That person is basically wanting you to be comfortable, wanting you not to go through the lifestyle that they did. Because if some people came to this country and went through what we went through, or some other people went through, trust me, I think Oma will surely be an enemy for this outside. You know, they don't really understand. People should learn to appreciate and understand that, especially the ones that we do with the new ones that are just coming. If you come to home and realize that some people have been in this country for 10 years, but let me tell you, they don't even have a couch to sit in their house. They're struggling, really, really struggling so hard. Under winter, they might not even have a car. They're under winter, inside that cold and everything else. And then I'm going to hold my small 50,000. Go out of my way and send you that 50,000. And all you want to do, maybe go sit on the bar, eat your burning fish, and live your comfortable. And the next, you cannot even someone. It's so hurtful, you know. We're all human. We're not doing it because we want you to glorify, but I think people are just doing it because they want you to be able to be better. But at the same time, people don't appreciate it. You see, people have taken decisions not to even help other people anymore. It is not because they're wicked. It is because of what they've gone through. Because if you know how much we barely have sleep in this country, that's how when people go on vacation, they want to have the best of us, you know, because we barely have, like my mom Veronica said, we got bills, we got health care to pay, insurance to pay, car note to pay, all those things, house, mortgage, rent, you know, all those things, kids are there to school, everything. We have all those things to do. It's not that people make this amount of money at the end of the month that is just so comfortable that, you know, they have this extra that they can send to you. No, sometimes when you pay all the time, we sometimes leave for the bills. You know, we live for the bills. We gotta be able to, because if you don't pay it, one paycheck for somebody in America to be homeless. One paycheck, you can have it all. But the day you don't have that one paycheck, trust me, that because you have these bills that are coming that you're supposed to pay, you can be homeless.
Yeah.
You can be homeless. I remember one time when I went, I think 2 years ago, I went to Europe, you know, and when I got to Paris, I was supposed to pay my rent, was it on the first or the second? So for me, due to the internet and the time difference, I thought I did pay it, I thought it went through. So when I came back from vacation, I was there for like, was it 7 or 10 days? When I came back, the next day I saw an eviction letter on my door. I saw an eviction letter. So they're giving me 3 days because I'm not been able to pay my rent. I said, what the heck? I said, I paid them on this when I maybe I sent it, it did not go through because of the network issue or whatever thing I did not know. So I had to call the people back and forth and all this before. So what if I did not come back 3 days after, and then that paycheck did not go through, or that I wasn't able to make that payment? I would have had a place to stay. So people have to understand we have our own personal problems. To be honest with you, if we said it's not because we have more, sometimes we deprive ourselves from certain things to make sure that somebody is comfortable. We deprive ourselves a lot most of the time, you know, to make sure that other people are comfortable. So people should learn to really, really appreciate. Well, remember, really can talk about how being a maid at 5 years or 6 years, or people were laughing and stuff like that. Let me tell you, I used an experience that I went through to be the woman that I am today. Maybe my mother pampered me so much that I would have missed certain things in life. But those hustle of a parent that I lived with for a while, let me tell you, it was painful. I already have a scar. I still have a scar on my stomach. When I was still in primary school, and they told me to grind pepper on a stone. You know, right back home, we used to grind pepper on the stone. So I was grinding pepper on the stone, and I missed it out, and the pepper like flashed all around the place. Oh my God, it shot me. This woman took a knife and shot at me, and it bust me right by my stomach. Yep. I still have the scar today. You know, I used to cook. I used to cook and I don't even have everybody else will eat. And then the remaining of that soup, they'll pour a little bit of water into. That's what I will eat. So we sometimes we become strong today. It's not because we're really superwoman, but because of the experience that we've been through in life.
Exactly.
And I really want people to be able to take the experience that they're going today in life to become something tomorrow better. You know, because most of the time we take those situations and we want to go through melancholy, people to feel pity for us and all those stuff. Use those experience and make yourself a better person today. You know, because maybe if I did not at that age, if I did not learn how to cook, maybe I would not have known how to cook today. You know, because sometimes our mothers, you know, you guys spoil us so much. Oh no, don't do this. Oh no, don't do that. Oh no, don't do this. You know, but those harsh experiences that we go through in life make you a better person if only you decide to use it in a better way. You know, so I just want us to be able to appreciate each other. It's okay to tell a sister that thank you. It is okay for somebody. It's not even the diaspora. Let's forget about what happens back home. You know, you go to a bar, you do something to somebody, go out of your way, do something for somebody. And somebody thinks it's a right for you to know you're supposed to do, you know, you are my friend. Yes, I'm your friend. Maybe I'm not available at that time for me to do the things that I was supposed to do for you, you know. But we take it personal. We get so pissed off. You know, you're supposed to be the one to do this for me. You're supposed to, how come I have this, you know, sacrifice this to do? No. If you decide to sacrifice for me, it is your choice. And you want to sacrifice for me. Maybe me, normally I was not available at that time. I don't have to be able to take it so personal because you had a situation why I did not come. You know what I mean? By the situation I did not come. Maybe there was a reason. Did we find out why this person did not come? We get so angry. You know, we get so angry. How come I have my party? You are not there. You're supposed to be the first one. Yes, I know. That is just how we human. We humans. We are. We feel like it is your right or your duty to be able to be present at a particular event at a particular time because you're supposed to there because you did it for me. Some of us will say yes, Nandagi. You have to back it back. Yes, we have to do it. But what happened to you communicating to your sister and say, hey, what happened? One time there was a situation that a friend was not able to attend another person's event. This person got pissed off. But guess what happened? This guy was talking to his brother on the phone and he had a heart attack and he died at home. But the friend was pissed off for 1 week, not knowing that the friend has died. It was just so bad. You could not reach out to your brother to say, hey, bro, I did not see you. What happened? And you just got so mad that you were supposed to be here for me. You didn't show up. Okay, what happened to you? The bigger person say, hey, what happened to you? Why didn't you show up at my event? We take it so personal, we get so pissed off, and then we start getting enemies here and there for no good reason. So we really have to come to a place of appreciation and be able to show that kindness, you know, but you don't have to kill yourself because you feel like it is your duty or you feel like you have to do it for one reason or the other because you don't want to hurt somebody else. No, it is okay for you to communicate with this person and be like, hey, I'm sorry I can't come. And one thing that we also do is that we lack communication.
Yes.
Really, if you can't make an event to somebody, it is okay for you to call this person and tell them that, hey, I think it is going to be much better. The communication will be like, even though I'll be mad, that I know you're supposed to be at my stuff, you know, I'll feel a little bit different. That why are you not there? But I think if you communicate properly, it's gonna lighten the load of me thinking something different that you were not there for me, you know. But we really have to build this community where we have to be able to appreciate one another because sometimes we really don't do, and do not take people's leniency for granted. Do not take people's weaknesses for granted because sometimes we go out of our way to make sure that another person is comfortable. When we send those little 100,000, 50,000, it's not because we have too much. It is just because at that particular moment, especially what is going on out back home, I feel like if I sacrifice $100 right now, in the next 1 hour, I might be able to make that $100 back. You know, so the system over here is totally different with the system back home. So that's why if sometimes we sacrifice, it's not because we have too much. It's because at the end of the day, if I go to work or if I don't go to work, if I have picture, I'm gonna be able to get that money back. You know, but it doesn't mean that you have to take it and do not appreciate and look at it like, oh, this one's small. No money, no small. I was telling a friend the other day that it was somebody who was supposed to come and do some job for me. And you thought, oh, I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna be there. So listen, money no get time, you no get person for wait. Because that one moment that I was supposed to pay you for this job, you know, come that money has gone somewhere to do something else. Yes, there's somebody that will call in the next 5 minutes that I have this issue. And for me to see this money sitting there thinking I'm gonna pay for a job, I better take it and go ahead and do my stuff. So money does not work for nobody, you know. So if somebody decides to give you 20,000 because that's the money that person has at this particular moment, take it, appreciate it, and wait. Maybe the next one's gonna come next time. So we should just be able to appreciate one another, and maybe the community is gonna be better. You know, it's hard these days. It's really, really hard. It's really, really hard.
You are right. You see it right, Mama. The thing is, many of us, we are living in an imaginary manner. That is why we have all these problems. We just imagine. You imagine that somebody did not, like Mr. Vero has just said, she did not read somebody's script because she was busy, she had an assignment. The person will not even try to know what has happened. She will just attempt to get no. People have their things they're doing. We need to appreciate each other. We need to empathize with each other. We need to relax towards each other, because if we must live a fulfilled life, we have to be friendly. We have to relate well. We have to communicate. We have to understand each other. This is what is lacking in the world. Wow, thank you so much.
It's really crazy because we really.
Oh, there she has gone off again. I'm sure the call came in again. In fact, I don't even know what to say again when these two strong ladies, people who speak with examples, strong examples from experience. You know, experience is the greatest teacher. Roy Mama said something. If you cannot do well in Africa, I think Minister Vero said it too. If you cannot succeed there, you will not succeed here. People don't know this. When you get into somebody's house and you start competing, you have just come from Africa with grass for food, with fresh dew for food. You never yet arrive. You dey compare, say this man dey run motor, why maybe I dey come out go take bus. Really? Do you know where that person is coming from? The person is coming from a strong point. And Geraldine, I must say thank you, because that testimony about you makes people to know who you are. You know, that somebody needs $6 and you give. In this country, sometimes $1 has a lot of weight too, because your bill may just be short by $1. So those of us who are not able to make it at home, don't think that if you go to the diaspora, you make it. Because some of us have the illusion in our mind that in the diaspora, they just take a broom and you're sweeping, then you will just be making money. That is not how money is made here. Money here, you must work. Oh. You work, you don't sleep. I'm living with my daughter. I hardly see them. I see them late at night. Before I wake up in the morning, she and the husband, Ale, they don't go. Now me and Grand picking them, because you have to work like that to be able to succeed. So those of us who are not living a fulfilled life, let's check ourselves. Think, am I relating well with people? Because when you relate well with people, you learn from them. You relate well with people, you learn from them. If you're not living a fulfilled life, think, am I working hard to enjoy the life I want? Think, am I working hard? If you're not living a fulfilled life, think, am I appreciative? Or I just think that people, I have an entitlement, I'm entitled to what people should do for me. Think. We have to start thinking. If you're not living a fulfilled life, think, am I supportive of other people? Or I only want everybody to support me and I don't care about what happens with other people? Think. If you're not living a fulfilled life, am I a gossip? Do I spend useful time gossiping? Do I slander people? Do I hate? If you are not living a fulfilled life, ask yourself, am I a baby mama who is not struggling to survive with my baby, but struggling only to break the family of the man who fathers my child? And vice versa. Are you a man who is struggling to destroy that home? How do you use your time? How do you use your free time? Do you use your free time to build on what you want to become? Success is what we need to focus on. When you focus on success, you succeed. Because Everyone seems to want peace, but nobody wants to bring peace. And you can bring peace if you focus on your success in life. You want to live a fulfilled life, and you are struggling to be nice to people. You are struggling to help people. You are struggling to do this or that. Yes. Mr. Afoshu say it's difficult to relate with hurt people. Yes, so many out there hurt. You are right. It is so difficult. But one thing I do is that when you hurt me, I have so many of such people in my life. When you are that person who wants to hurt me, some people just hurt you because of the way you look. They just don't like you the way you look. They just don't like you the way you are succeeding. Some people, according to them, you should stay where you are. You should never come to the limelight. So what I do with those people is I forgive them and I move on, and I don't care what they do anymore. I forgive them. I don't hate them. If I see one of them falling, I will help. If they cry, I will rush to help. But I have nothing. I have no real relationship with them. Because as Minister Veronica says, there are some people who are so hurtful that you just want to avoid them. If you want to live a fulfilled life and enjoy yourself, you avoid those people, but you don't hate them. So much so that you don't have any negative feeling in your heart against them, because you don't want a situation where when you go out, when you meet with such a person, you are shocked, or you tremble, or you feel like, let me rush quickly and pass. When to deal with hurtful people, forgive them and move on. Forgive them. You know, all of us are hurtful people towards God. But God forgives us every day. God's grace is leading us. So let us, and to those people who are hurtful, I am shouting out to us. That is not the intended reason that God created you and put you on this earth. Yes. Minister Vero says, I'm praying more for people than be angry with them. Yes, my dear, that is the way. When you pray more for people, when people are hurtful, you pray for them. As she's praying for those of us who are hurtful, what happens is that God is working to change us, and she is enjoying her life. She's living a fulfilled life. Yes. Mr. Fortune in the house. Yes, so we need to learn how to relate with each other. Because when you are relating with each other, welcome my brother. When you are relating with each other in a good way, you are living a fulfilled life. Yes. Let me just quote something. It may be an off example. I can imagine the fulfillment, those people who go on holidays. Like I looked at a couple they went to Europe and came back. I look at couple Igwe, they went to Europe, went to UK and came back. I look at other people who go around strolling and enjoying themselves. They did not go there for themselves. They went there to meet other people and with other people. I remember Roy Mama, you were given a report verbatim of the visits you were going. Every visit you went, you gave a thank you, you talked about it. You see, this is fulfilling. Having to share with people, having to visit other people, having to go support, organize your night of class, assist in a wedding, having to preach in the wedding that of Son Eric that Minister Fortune did. All these things, they are fulfilling. Because at the end of the day, you are living your purpose, as Minister Fortune said. Many people do not know that when you do these things, you live a fulfilled life because you are living your purpose. And if you don't have a purpose for your life, you need to start looking for it, because every one of us has a purpose. It's just that some of us are just sleeping and we have decided to close our eyes. We don't want to recognize our purpose. We don't want to identify it. We keep looking at other people and saying that one was born with a golden spoon. And this one they enjoy. And I saw they born there for now. Lucky people. Where is your own luck? Everybody born in the image of God does not need luck, because you have Christ in you, who will do everything for you. He will assist you. You just need to show that you have the will to do it. So when you spend all your time cheering up other people, some people back home, they will want you to send them money. When you send them money, they go around and say, my brother are there for Mbengwai, my brother are there for Bush. You see them buying the most expensive shoes, wearing the most expensive clothes, without even appreciating the people. And they will not even take that money and say, okay, if I can buy a pair of shoes for 10,000 and buy another one for 5,000 and give some other person who also needs. They don't think of that. You know, the world is not an island. The world is a world where we have to consciously decide to become better people. Consciously, yes, Geraldine, determination. We have to determine, decide, activate our mindset that we want to become better people. We want to live a fulfilled life. When you determine, you plan for. When you determine to have a fulfilled life, to live a life that is fulfilling, you will develop a purpose for your life. Your life will be a purpose-driven life, meaning that you are going to set up your goals for this life, and you will live a life that is fulfilling. You will be happy. Hey, Nicoline in the house, welcome, my dear. Solange, welcome. Sylvie Brown, welcome. You will set up a lifestyle that will build you to become a better person. That is, in your purpose, you have space for people. In your purpose, you don't want to become an island. You have space for people. I remember Nicoline has just come in. I remember how she has a mega poultry farm in Yaoundé. Then what she does is, some days she just invites us, her friends, to come and eat chicken at the farm. Yes, she is spending her chicken that she has spent so much for it. She just gives it off to us. We go sit there, we enjoy ourselves. That is including people in your purpose. And then when we go there, what we do is that we don't just eat the chicken. Some of us will buy. Some of us will go out and do lip advertisement. Some of us will talk about it. That is how this life is supposed to be. We are supposed to be one another's keeper. Because God has got our back. And if God is getting us our back, without being physically with us, just his spirit is with us, then why can't we have the back of other people that we see every day, we talk to? Minister Fortune wrote something when Roy Mama was talking, which is very, very important. Pretense. Some of us pretend. When you are a pretender, you don't succeed. You don't live a successful life. You don't live a fulfilling life. You may be successful in what you have planned, but you are not fulfilled. Pretense. Let's kill the spirit of pretense and activate the realness that God created us with. Because when you are real, you will be able to relate with people well. You will be appreciative. You will be that person who empathizes with others. You will be that person who knows how people feel. You will be hardworking. Because when you are hardworking, you will be able to help other people. Imagine that people in America work so much, then you will see them again. You see like Minister Fortune or Roy Mama or Mama Atalaku and others, many more that I don't know. You will see them come again to Facebook, and then they will do a fundraiser. Minister Fortune, I'm not responding to you because I don't know what to do since I am not based here. When I go back to Cameroon, I will respond to your this thing. I don't have those cards that you people have here. You do transfer of money. Now, when you are that person who can have the kind of busy schedules that these girls have, and you can listen to somebody's problem and then you do a fundraiser. Look at Roy Mama's birthday. Her fundraiser. I saw it. The only thing I regret is that, why is it I cannot do something? But don't worry, very soon I will be very active in those things. If you cannot, if these girls can do these things and other men that I don't know, take off time from their working 1, 2, 3 jobs, and they can do that for another person, it means that gives them fulfillment. Yes. They are in America, they organize things in Africa. They help widows. They help sisters. They sponsor the operation of somebody, the health issues. They pay bills. Really? That is what we are supposed to do, because it gives us a level of fulfillment that you can only get when you do those things. My brothers and sisters, if you don't do those things, start doing them, because you will see the degree of fulfillment. Minister Fortune said she's living her purpose. So yesterday I posted something on my status. I got it from Facebook about somebody who is always sniffing around, going to look at somebody's status, doesn't comment. They look at what somebody has posted on their status and they go and gossip about that person. Then the person was going one day to look and he received a slap. Many people were laughing, but I posted that thing because there are so many of us who are monitoring spirits. When we see somebody who wants to do something good, we go and watch it, then we go back and talk very evil about it. We try to discourage people from supporting such initiatives. You are not living a fulfilled life. When you want to enjoy a fulfilled life, my brothers and sisters, you must relate well with people. You must empathize. You must be that person who puts meaning into life. You must be that kind of person. Yes. Yes, my dear, we only have one life to live. Yes, my dear Nicolene, we have just one life to live. So in this life, put back something before you leave. We used to sing some song, put something back in this world before I leave. Put something back in this world before I leave. Yes. What are you going to put back in this world before you leave? Are you going to say that I will just put back what I want to, my legacy for myself? Many people who have amassed wealth and have said they are putting back a legacy for themselves have died and have just prepared a civil war among their children. And when they die, the wealth disappears because people spend all the useful years fighting over that wealth. So you have to do beyond having wealth. And that means relating well with people, teaching your children to be better human beings, not only providing for them. Minister Fortune said that many of us spoil our children. We provide. When you provide and you don't make those children to grow up and be better people, you are preparing a civil war when you die. Because your family will be in shambles. They will fight and they will scatter all the world. Your legacy will be missing. Right, Mama says they block you, then create fake profiles to monitor. I tell you, and attack people. How do people even live with such spirits in them? I wonder. Some of them will not even comment, but what they say behind about you. So, parents, train your children to fish. Minister Foster said it so beautifully. Give them the hook and the net. Don't keep fishing for them. Because when you keep fishing for them and then you amass all that wealth, at the end of the day, they will fight. They will go into civil war, and what will happen is that everything you have worked for will just be scattered, and then your legacy is useless. So in this life, if you want to live a fulfilled life, the Bible says that we have life after, and I believe that. If you will be living a fulfilled life in this world, prepare a life after, so that when you are enjoying life after, there is a legacy back here. Nicolene says, we came to this world empty-handed and shall return thus. No need clinging on earthly things and creating unnecessary commotion because of vanity. I tell you, my dear sisters, I tell you, there are times at night I sleep, I don't sleep. I am wondering why people are fighting. Why do we have hate? Why is the world the way it is? Why can't this world be a beautiful place? Why can't we become one another's keeper? When you look at the Bible, the Minister Fortune would know that better. Several times the Bible says, do this to one another, be kind to one another, love one another, several times. So why do we want to be islands? Geraldine says, we were born by others, raised by others, and will be buried by others. Thank you. You have just said it all. When you die, if they care, they throw away the corpse for you. You know they care again. You don't even know what is happening. So why do we think that alone we can make it? You will live a fulfilled life. You will enjoy your beautiful life on earth here. You will live a legacy. You will be a role model when you are relating well with people. So as we are going towards the end, I want us to take note that relating with people doesn't mean recruiting people to be your footstool, because that is what some people do. If somebody gets hooked up with you like a friend, or a woman who is coming to your house always and being there, and that woman her life cannot move from one rung of the ladder to another, then you are using that person as a footstool. This I say because many of us women, what we do is that we get women who work for us. Young girls are hovering around us. Our life, they are helping us to better our lives because they are working for us. But they remain on the same spot and they look horrible. They are suffering. They look terrible. They look like suffering people. Their life doesn't change, but yet they are doing all the work for us. That is stupid, sister. Never you say somewhere that you are helping somebody like that. If you want to help someone, influence that life to change, to move from one step to the other, so that you would have impacted that life. When you leave that friendship, that person will continue to be somebody because they had known you some time ago in their life. This is what we need to do. We need to do this more and more. We need to understand that if you cannot influence someone positively, then you are not living the purpose that God has put for you on this earth. Because as Geraldine says, we are born by others, raised by others, and buried by others. So you cannot do it alone. You cannot survive alone. Now, to those of us who are not appreciative, let us activate the appreciation key. When you, after this message, go to your mirror and look in your mind, reflect back, because our life itself is a reason for thank you. Reflect back. Ask God, why am I breathing this air? Then learn to appreciate God. Then you will be able to appreciate somebody you see. Why is it that when rain is falling, it falls on my crops and on the crops of everybody? Why is it that the rich people don't take more air than me? Ask these questions. Then you activate the appreciation button in your mind and you learn how to appreciate. Because when you don't appreciate, you are killing yourself and you're killing others. You are making people who give to stop giving, therefore causing other people to suffer for crimes they did not commit. There are times now that when somebody is begging from me, I am wondering whether I should give. Because when you give and they don't appreciate, they come back to you only when they need. Sometimes you are wondering whether it is how do you call it? Whether it is an entitlement, whether you were born to work for this person. My dear, we are living in the world where our life must have purpose. We must have purpose for our life. You were created for a special reason. And that reason, you must fulfill it. You were not created just to be hanging around. No. You were created for a special reason. I'm looking for that song. I want us to listen to that song before we end our chat. That song says it all. We are created for a special reason. God created you for a purpose. God did not create you to come to this world and just sit there. He did not create you to come to this world and become a gossip, a slanderer, an idle talker. He did not create you to come and compete with people. He created you to struggle to be a better person so that people who are around you should also enjoy their lives. That is the reason why God created you and I. Yes. God created you for a special reason. And I'm going to play this song. I really want us to listen to the wordings of this song. Because even though I am the one who wrote this song, I wrote this song when I reflected in my life. But each day I listen to this song, it touches me from a different dimension. It touches me differently. Let's listen to it. No. Oh, sorry, I played but a different one. Let me play the right one. Okay, created for a special reason. Let's listen to this song and reflect on it, each of us.
As you live here on earth, be always of good cheer. Jesus Christ is coming, just believe in His name. As you live here on earth, be always of good cheer. Jesus Christ is coming, just believe in His name. Life is so beautiful, only if you love God and live as to His will, life will be so fulfilled. As you live here on earth, be always of good has a plan for you. He will lead you through every day of your life. As you live your own life, be always of good cheer. Jesus Christ is coming. Just believe in His name. Enjoy your time. God has a plan for you. He will lead you through every step of your life. Enjoy your life on earth. Enjoy your life on earth. Enjoy your life on earth. Enjoy yourself on earth. For God has a plan for you. He has a purpose for you. You have to lean on Him. Enjoy yourself on earth. He has a plan for you. And you were created to fulfill God's special plan for you. So you have to be cheerful always. Hey, hey, hey. Created for a perfect reason. You were created to be useful on earth. You were created to bless us of blessing. To fulfill God's special plan for your life. You were created for a perfect reason. You were created to be useful on earth. You were created to bless us of blessing. To fulfill God's special plan for your created for a perfect reason. You were created to be useful on earth. You were created to bless us all blessing. To fulfill God's special plan for your life. You were created for a perfect reason. You were created to be useful on earth. You were created to bless us all blessing. To fulfill God's special plan for your life. You know you are a special creature, created in the perfect image of God. You must live according to His own word to fulfill His perfect plan for your life. You were created for a perfect reason. You were created to be useful. You were created to bless us all blessing. To fulfill God's special plan for your life. You will be uplifted if you trust in God. You will be happy if you lean on Him. He will see you through every step of life if you trust and lean on His word alone. You will be uplifted if you trust in God. You will be happy if you lean on Him. He will see you through every step of life if you trust and lean on His word alone. You'll be living a life He planned for you.
You will be happy, you will be fulfilled, you will be uplifted if you trust and lean on God's word alone. You'll be living a fulfilled life if you live your purpose. This song, I think it should be on my YouTube, Tikumdi Tilda. You go there, you will see it. You were created for a special reason. That is the title of the song. And you will see it there, you see the video. Maybe the video will not be very, very bright, but because I did it a long time ago, that song I did in 2015, you will enjoy it and learn to live a life that fulfills. Stop living by imagination. Stop living by illusion. Live the purpose that God created you for. Live that purpose. Then you will be living a fulfilled life, and you'll be relating well with people, and you will be appreciative. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Let me run now. I'm living in someone's house. Let me go and cook. Okay, have a blessed day. And please, the conversation should continue. I'm stopping the live, but we can keep chatting and keep sharing the video because it will help many people. Many people need to hear this because it helps them. Thank you for all the contributions. Thank you, Minister Veronica. Thank you, Roy Mama. Thank you to all the people who have contributed. In fact, you are teaching me a lot. I learn a lot through these sessions. That is one of my objectives, to learn from others. And so I learn a lot through these sessions. And I'm very happy that you come in and then we share. It's an exchange forum, it's just space for all of us. Let's use the space and use it happily. Then we will be fulfilling our purpose for this world. Share the video because you would have been joining me to help a sister or a brother out there. Thank you so much. Have a blessed week ahead of us. Thank you so much and lots of love. Mwah.